Hello, your call cannot be taken at the moment, so please leave your message after the tone.
Hey dude, I found some advert for some new fantasy film. Call me back, we'll go and see it.
Cinderella, she comes from a broken home, she's cast out and prone to be alone. She's used to complete all the household chores and abused verbally and mentally. Now she's potentially depressed and constantly suppressed by a so-called family. Is this your ideal fantasy? The clapperboard clicks as it flicks the pics. As the wizard in white, the Lord of the Rings. I'm a beast our wizard should be summoning, cause I'm spitting my bars all up in front of them. Definitely see there are so many films from Tim Burton's dark twisted fantasy. His mind just spins around and round. Alas, no answer has been found why all his characters clown around. They are bound to fascinate the human race, to assassinate all trace of normality, to replace reality. These childhood films are admittedly subliminally teach us morals, and the acts become role models to solve our problems with goblins and coffins. This society has the anxiety to not speak properly. So is this an idealistic, realistic, fantastic genre, or an unrealistic, cryptic, twisted set of misfits that poison our brains? Think about that. This film be 3 hours as it comes to the climax. You see the words written on that big screen. IMAX is over just when you wanted some closure to the film that's exposed you to a whole new obsession. So you start asking questions, recalling the expressions of Johnny Depp's connection and reflection. You point in a direction of selection of what the next film's gonna be. That is the key because it's fantasy. Is this an idealistic, realistic, fantastic genre, or an unrealistic, cryptic, twisted set of misfits that poison our brains? Think about that. What parent would want their child to look up to these characters when it's their desire for them to be happy? Most of them don't even have a daddy. Now I'ma list some of the characters that are orphans. Most of the guardians of fortunes, Aladdin, Bambi, Tarzan and Dumbo. So are we under the distortion that the proportion of fantasy is a tragedy. Is this an idealistic, realistic, fantastic genre, or an unrealistic, cryptic, twisted set of misfits that poison our brains? Think about that. So all we seem to do is complain about the life that we have, like we're stuck in a rut with a ball and chain clamped to our brains, just causing us pain with no game. We're trying to bail, but we always fail. In our eyes, fantasy will prevail over religion. In addition to that, our ambition is in collision with the tradition of religion and fantasy, as we anxiously try and be like the perfect family we see unnaturally. And in reality, we have the incapacity to see our spirituality disappearing. And this is what I'm fearing, but the film is interfering with our brains' engineering. So hear me out when I say, is this an idealistic, realistic, fantastic genre, or an unrealistic, cryptic, twisted set of misfits that poison our brains? Think about that.